Ashley, I imagine this is a weird situation for you because of all your former teammates. Did you ever think that Gabby would have the vocabulary to be a radio pundit?
Seriously, do you know when you speak about Gabby being on radio, he would have been the last person that I thought would be talking, because obviously we love his broad Birmingham accent, but seriously, he was terrible when he was speaking in the dressing room.
Oh, Gabby!
Behave yourself.
He's good now, though, isn't he? Do you think he's all right?
Yeah, he's all right now. He's obviously must have had a lot of training, so that's why he's all right.
All those elocution lessons.
You've got to accept, Ashley, he's got the perfect face for it, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, I didn't want to say it. I'll let you say it. I couldn't say that.
Oh, Gabby. Right, Ashley, how is life? Because everybody wants to know what it's like at the moment with Villa sitting 11th in the table. Gabby's got some questions. In fact, Gabby, why don't you take over this one?
Younger, I was wondering about Unai Emery. You know, players have had him now for 14 games, and if you look at what the table would be like if the league started when he come in, Unai Emery, Villa would be 6 now. 26 points gained. How are the players feeling about him? His tactics. Because when I hear from a fan's point of view, a lot of fans have been maybe frustrated sometimes that you have it at right back, it's not on, you go back to centre half, to the left back, and go out the other side. But that's how he wants to play, isn't he, Younger? He doesn't want to force it. So I think the fans have to get used to this style of play.
Yeah, and I think that if you speak to most of the players, we could turn around and say the way the manager wants to play, it's taking time on the ball, not playing the ball off so quick. And I think that, you hear it at Villa Park, the fans tried to make a noise. And I think even the managers come out and turn around and said that, just work with me. The players know that, when we've got the ball, we want to play more with the ball. I think it's been exciting. The players are excited to be playing more with the ball, and I think it's shown in the performances and where we are at the table. Like I said, since the managers come in, we would have been 6th, and I think now we're more looking up at the table than looking behind us. And I said when I come here, the club, it deserves to be back in Europe, and that's where I think the ambition of the manager, the staff, the players, and the owners want to be. And for the club this size, I think it's right that we keep looking further up the table and try and get this club back into Europe.
You touched on it there, Ash. I want to ask you about the table, because I can't remember the table being as exciting everywhere, right? I mean, the team below you, I think relegation's from below you. I think Palace 4 points all the way to the bottom of the league, yourself up. There's a fight for the title, there's a fight for top 4, there's a fight for European places. I mean, it's some league.
Yeah, it is. It's well, I say it's exciting for the fans. For us, we'd prefer to be in a title race or higher up. But we're excited about how things have been going. Obviously, we looked at the start of the season how things were, and where we are now, it's looking much better. We want to, like I say, look further up the table, and I think that's what we're doing. It's exciting for everybody. Exciting times for the club. I think that the prospect of possibly having European football back at Villa Park is amazing for the fans. And I think the manager's come in and done a great job, and it's been his ambition to get us back there. So it's down to us to keep playing the way that we have. It's now a big push from now to the end of the season to get more and more points on the board, and we'll see what happens come the end of the season.
Ashley, I want to ask you about a couple of other things going on in the league at the moment, because there's managers being fired left, right and centre, managers we think may be being fired as well. One of those is Antonio Conte, who because obviously you played see your face already, because you played under him, you know exactly what he's like, and actually played under him with great success when you were over in Italy and Inter Milan. Is he just Italian and fiery, and you expect that kind of thing from him, those sort of outbursts? Were you surprised?
No, not really. He is who he is, and I think if you see him on the touchline, you see him in the dressing room, you see him wherever he is, he's got that fiery character, and he just wants to win. He's a winner. That's why he's been able to have success at every club that he's been at. He's extremely demanding, and he tests players, and it's one of them whether you can deal with it or not. I think his passion just came out in that interview after the Southampton game, and I think it's a bit of frustration and wanting more from the players. Obviously, like you say, I've worked under him over in Italy, and we had success there, and there was times where it was really demanding. But if you're willing to work hard and you want to get success, that's what you do. You have to put your body on the line, and I think it's one of the things that it's a bit of frustration, and that's the way that the manager is. He's a fiery person, and come out in that way.
Ash, do you think that it's a bit of frustration as well? Because Inter hadn't won the league since 2009. He's gone to Inter, won the league whilst you was there with him. And do you think he's at Spurs now and he wants to win things? He's not happy with just top four. He wants to win trophies, wants to fight for the league title. And that come out in his interview of like just frustration that the players aren't, putting in them performances that he wants.
Yeah, I think that, he's gone to Tottenham to be successful. You look back and think, when was the last time Tottenham were successful? I think about them getting to the Champions League a few years ago, but other than that, they ain't really won a trophy. They haven't had success. So, he's a manager that's had success at every single club, and he wants to win trophies and get trophies back to the club. So, I think that's it's come out in that way that he's frustrated, and he wants success. He don't want to leave a legacy at a club where he hasn't been successful, whereas every other club he's been at, he's had success.
Actually, looking at England set up, mate, if I may, big game obviously tomorrow night against Italy. The centre forward position, obviously Harry Kane had been number one. Ivan Toney's been brought into the squad, deservedly. But your own man has been firing in recent weeks. He's been looking the part, hasn't he, Ollie Watkins?
Yeah, he really has. To be honest, I was surprised that he wasn't included in the squad. For how well he's been doing and how well he's been playing. I think he had 5 and 5 up until the other day, and for a striker, he's full of confidence. He's full of goals, and what he brings to the team is he brings quality in abundance, and we're happy that we've got him here, and hopefully this week he can rest up and be firing and ready for the final push from now to the end of the season.
Yeah. What's training like at the moment? Because when we were speaking to Gabby was saying he was probably the best trainer in the group. He never missed a day, always on time. Was that accurate?
Yeah, Gabby's telling pure lies there, because to be honest, he was on time. Oh. He was just probably one of the worst trainers. That was it. I'm not sure you can say that he was good in training. To be fair, truthfully, when Gabby wanted to train, he trained properly. That never really happened. So, sure.
When it was indoors, when it was in the Astro indoors.
But when he had to turn it on a Saturday, he did. So we let him off.
But Ali,
yes,
I thought I was the teacher's pet, but there was one person above me. And it used to annoy me. I was like, Martin, please, I want to be number one. But Ashley was number one. He got away with all sorts.
Was Ashley always at Martin's door with the apple first thing in the morning?
Nah, we know that's not true. Gabby knows he's telling lies again.
Ashley, is it true that when you train in full waterproofs, top to bottom?
Who said that?
Google images from 2008.
Right, okay. So the truth be told, we used to have like coats and waterproof jackets hung up out before you got outside, and obviously Birmingham's kind of cold. So me and Gabby used to go out, and obviously we used to have Under Armour on, the t-shirt, the jumper, the wet jacket, and then obviously the manager used to come out in his big long jacket. We used to go out in ours as well. It was only for the warm-up. Don't I've heard Benty say that we used to wear it. It wasn't training. It was just for the warm-up. Then obviously when we was warm, we was able
and the boxes and the little rondos, wasn't it, Ash? Because we never used to go in the middle.
Woodsy, I'm listening to these two, Woodsy. Birmingham's cold. I'd love to see the pair on a training session up in Glasgow, man.
I was laughing, thinking Ali's sitting there in Glasgow at the moment, like 7 layers on inside the house. Listen, Ashley, we would love to have you longer, but you've got to go and train apparently. So you got to get your get your waterproofs on, get your hat on as well. Go on, Gabs.
And also, me and Laura Ali done a game at Villa Park for Amazon. And whilst we were live, someone slapped me on the back of the head. Live on TV. I thought I'd been assaulted. It was Youngie, so Youngie, I'll find you, and I'll still know you slapped me.
Ali and Woodsy, do you know what it was? It was because he must have had some extra buffering on the back of his head. It was so shiny that day. I just couldn't refuse.
It was an evening game, wasn't it? So it was under the lights, so it was like reflecting off your head, bless you. Oh, bless. Right, Ashley, thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
Send our best to Tommy as well. I hear he doesn't work in the club anymore. He just works from home. So lazy, isn't it?
Tommy just doesn't work.
Tommy, the king of delegating. Thank you so much, Ashley. Good luck for the weekend as well. See you later. Take care. Ashley Young there, Aston Villa. What a great chat. Enjoy that. It's really good having him on, isn't it?
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.